Hi there, I'm Manfred. I am the owner of the camper van Fred, and in this video I'm going to explain the main electrical system of Fred. So basically Fred has two batteries. One is the main car battery, which you just use for the normal car operations as you know it. And then there's a second battery which operates all the main living room and all the appliances that Fred has. So like for example the lights. For the battery that charges all the appliances, we have three ways to charge that battery. The first one is we have solar panels on the roof. This solar panel is always on, so you don't need to worry about anything. As soon as there's a little bit of light, these solar panels are charging that battery. The second way to charge the battery is by simply driving. So whenever you drive, also the second battery for the appliances is charged as well. And then thirdly, in the back of the van on the outside on the left, there is a power inlet, so you can plug in an external power supply to charge the battery. I also provide a cable which is also in the back on the left in the storage room, which you can use to plug in if you are, for example, on a campsite or anywhere else where you have a 220 volt power supply. So that's the battery. Then here you can see all the main instruments of Fred for the living room. So I start from left to right. This one is basically to control the inverter. So in Fred we have two electrical circuits. We have a 12 volt circuit and a 220 volt circuit. 12 volt is always on, and you can use this here, for example. These are USB plugs, so you can plug it in to charge your phone, for example. Here you have a display that shows you the current voltage of the battery. So right now it's 12.3. So you can see it here. If the voltage drops a lot and it's at night or you don't have enough sunshine, then you may have to drive around to charge the battery or plug it in externally. If this light annoys you at night, which can happen, you can just press the button to switch it off. But back to the inverter. So in order to switch on the 220 volt supply, you need to press this button, and then the inverter is on. And then you can use a 220 volt plug here, for example, to power a laptop, for instance, or also here is another outlet for 220 volts. I recommend to have this off when you don't need it, because it actually sucks quite a lot of energy from the battery. So that's the inverter which you use for the 220 volt. We had the 12 volt for USB connection. Here you have the two main light switches, the main light here in the center and the light which is on top of the kitchen area. Like I said, here's the outlet for 220 volt. This one is interesting. This is the water level control. I will go into this into the water system in another video in detail, but just briefly here on the left hand side, this shows the level of the freshwater tank. So if you press that button, you can see right now it's about 25% full. If it's completely full, the top light will come on, and if it's almost empty, the bottom one here will come on. On the right hand side, this is for the grey water tank, which is underneath the car. When this is full, this light will come on. So you can see at the moment it's empty. But more about this in a later video. Okay, then here is the fridge. That's also basically always on. You can regulate here on the side the temperature, so you can make it cooler or less cool. And here on top is a little freezing department. Works surprisingly well, actually. One thing to note about the fridge is that if you decrease the temperature a lot, it will actually consume quite a lot of battery. So maybe be a little mindful how much you really need that. Then the next component here is the heating. It's an autotherm heating that basically is powered by diesel. So it's connected to the main diesel tank. More about this also in a later video. Here's another 220 volt outlet, like I said, and here at the bottom this red switch is the main switch that switches off all the electricity of the main living room. You don't really need this, so you can leave this always on. The only case where you may need this if you really leave the car for a couple of days somewhere where it's dark, so that solar panels cannot charge the battery and you're not driving, then it may actually consume energy from the battery and it may empty the battery. So in that case I would switch it off. Bear in mind, if you do switch it off, also the fridge will be off. As always, if you have any questions during your trip, you will always be able to contact me and we can sort out any questions or problems you may have. Okay, if you would like to learn more about Fred, if you would like to book a trip with Fred, or for any other questions or comments, feel free to visit campervanfred.com. Thanks for watching.